And it's time to take the sports and George Adu Jr. It's been a while since I called you General on it.
Yeah. I don't know why you always forget. You know, my colleagues in active service, they know exactly what it is about. You know, being a general is not easy, you know.
You earned your stripes.
I earned it because I was in Chelsea, had to walk through the jungle, had to make it work, all sorts of, you know, exercises.
Look at this, look at training.
And
look at this guy who after 2 days has made himself.
And finally, I got to be the general. So they know. Yeah? What a week. I mean, but what a week.
A weekend. I mean, come on.
Where do we start from? Let's deal with this concerned
the northern
region group that are complaining. They've realized that, according to them, they've realized it's a trend with northern Black Stars players being axed from the team by Kwesi Appiah. So they cite Jordan Ayew, Dede Ayew, Mubarak Wakasu, Razak Brahima, and they go on and on and on. I think this is something that we should not even tolerate. But let me quickly remind them that Kwesi Appiah was the man who called up Dede Ayew when all Ghanaians said he was too young, called up Jordan Ayew when we said he was still not good, called up Mubarak Wakasu,
and I think he's still not good.
Majid Waris, he called all of them up. So what's the problem? And do you know that his assistant coach is from the north, Ibrahim Tanko? So I think that's
interesting. And an interesting question I would have for them is why now?
You can see maybe it's because they're the Jordan. I mean,
exactly, because why didn't you raise questions when Majid Waris was
Mubarak Wakasu?
When Mubarak Wakasu
so
was
it's as simple as that. I think this is a case we will not even go further. It's as simple as that. The man, his assistant is even an ordinary. So please, it's about the Black Stars, and we look forward to what they will do against Uganda. Okay, they're expected to touch down in Nairobi soon. I'm sure they're there. They'll train and then they go on. So it's that. Let's get to the weekend. We'll start with the English Premier League.
Tell me.
I can see most of you are excited about Chelsea-Manchester City's game. We'll see the highlights on the screen shortly. Chelsea-Manchester City. Well,
but let's admit it. Before we do anything, let's admit Pep Guardiola showed why he's paid big money.
I think he handed a football lesson to Chelsea.
Exactly.
Excellent point.
What was the lesson?
The lesson was that Chelsea need to back up ideas, especially when it's come to teams that press so high and in unison. That's one. The second lesson is Antonio Conte must learn how to select the kind of guys for the kind of job. Exactly. I don't know, because in the Arsenal game where Chelsea drew goalless, and in this game where Chelsea lost by 1-0, look, the point is that Chelsea simply had an off day, and most Chelsea fans have complained about the players on the day. So Morata gets injured, who comes on? Willian, wondering what the coach was thinking about. As Lugeta, who normally plays in defense, was moved to right wing back when Victor Moses was on the bench. Pedro was not playing. The team that won against Atleti, about 3 of them were not in this team. So it's just one of those things. It doesn't really mean Conte is a bad coach. It was a bad day at the office.
You just mentioned about 5 different things that went wrong with the team.
Yes.
Mistakes of Conte.
Yes, of Conte. But it was a bad day. Just a bad day at the office. Normal. I think we'll get back to it. They deserve something. My worry for Man City, though, is if you're going to play like this, you need to score 6, 5, 7 goals. You had Chelsea to the ropes. Chelsea had their backs to the ropes, and they had to really deliver. They scored just 1 goal.
Great point.
Result doesn't really put down there. If they're going to play this way, then it will be the difference between themselves and Jose Mourinho. Because Jose Mourinho, if he gets Chelsea this way, will bang in 4 or 5 goals.
Which leads us to Jose Mourinho.
Yes, Jose Mourinho. Clearly, Manchester United are simply ominous at this point. And you can say the same for Man City. But Manchester United are scoring goals. And you can say the same for Man City. They beat Crystal Palace by 4-0. And we're all talking about Romelu Lukaku, who can't stop. He can't stop scoring. 7 games, 7 goals. More. Scoring in every game. So now it's like a Manchester United lineup. There's one guy who's likely to score. For those of you who are following Fantasy League, you know, Lukaku will definitely score a goal. But Manchester United have got into the level there. And it comes back to the point. Jose Mourinho is just the kind of guy when you need the big results.
Exactly.
This team has been transformed. Right. So as we talk about the Reds,
he reminds me of that Chelsea that got the most points and the most goals, remember?
Yes. Oh, I don't know if Liverpool need Jose Mourinho. Let's see Liverpool. Wow. And Liverpool will draw again in the fashion. And Jurgen Klopp once again says, I don't understand how that happened. Look, I was happy that Newcastle drew with Liverpool because of Christian Atsu, and he played very well. But the problem with Liverpool now is, we said, your defense is poor. And we're talking too much about Liverpool's defense. We're forgetting about the attack. The attack are so profligate. Point is, so many chances, they cannot convert them. So you see,
which again disappoints me because at least for it, no, seriously,
Coutinho, fantastic goal.
I am expecting Salah to get in there to bang in something. I'm expecting at least the attack to have some sort of some sort of poison.
Yes, you have to decide whether you want to sack Klopp or not. There's Ancelotti waiting anyway. If you felt there was no big coach,
you know,
Ancelotti
I don't trust Ancelotti.
But you trust Klopp.
Klopp had a good track record for someone who was able to lift it from regular, from regular. My point here, from regular to outstanding.
Okay,
right. Ancelotti is good, but I just don't think that the philosophy of Liverpool. you get what I mean?
See, you are talking about philosophy. You need to win games.
Do you remember the philosophy, coach?
Oh, Banga. See, you need to win. You need to win games. So let's see.
I think Rafa should come back. That's what I honestly think.
You have money, you can go for Rafa from Newcastle. Well, other results. We know that Arsene Wenger has stayed at Arsenal for 21 years. If you don't know, yesterday he celebrated his 21st anniversary. Hey,
that's longer than some people have been alive.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure in this studio.
So congratulations, Arsene Wenger. And it was good. They beat Brighton by 2-0. Quickly, just to step in Spain and talk about what happened there as well. We know that Barcelona were able to beat Las Palmas by 3-0. They played in an empty stadium. And obviously, you've been reading a lot about the Catalonia, independent referendum.
Yeah.
And Gerard Piqué was a key figure in all of this. He says that if you see him as a problem because of this issue, then he's not going to be part of the 2018 World Cup squad, Spain. They're already through to the World Cup. That's one. And we'll talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid also got the win. They got 2-0 against Espanyol. Isco scoring the goals. The only story there is that Cristiano Ronaldo has not yet scored his first goal in the La Liga. It's quite surprising because by now he should have scored 1 or 2 goals.
You should expect him to, especially when Messi is.
And you expect the pressure on him, don't you? So everybody's putting pressure on him. Go get the job done. Cristiano Ronaldo has to find it done. Just before I step out, though, we'll have to talk about Formula One. And those of you who love Lewis Hamilton, well, he's ongoing. He should be winning this. The difference between himself now and Sebastian Vettel is 34 points. We have 125 points to fight for anyway, but we had a new winner. You know, Max Verstappen was the guy who won in the Malaysia Grand Prix. So that means that there's quite a lot in there. But from the way things are going, difficult to see how such a good driver like Hamilton was going to be losing the plot out there. So it's very good. And I end it with the Accra Hearts of Oak making it to the MTN FA Cup finals. And then today we'll see Kotoko vs Midyama SC. The game was rained off yesterday. So we'll see if Kotoko can make it to the final, if we will get a Hearts of Oak Kotoko final. And Tamale, get ready because that game is going to be there. There we have a lot of Northern players, so just in case you have...
Naughty, George.
Hey,
thank you very much, George.
That was a pleasure.
Bringing us the sports and news desk. I want to say something, but I'll say it after the show. My name is Dario Dazi. This has been News Desk. Many thanks for joining us.